Check this out. Your Instagram and Facebook posts could be training AI tools. European regulators now forcing Meta to pause its plan, but here at home, the tech giant has already been tapping into posts since September. So is it possible for you to opt out? Here with more, the cyber guy, Knutsson. Hey, Kurt, good morning. So how dangerous is this? Is this a big deal that they can tap into us, and can we opt out?
Ainsley, good morning to you. Well, let me just ask you the simple question. When were you asked whether or not they could use all your personal data on either Instagram or Facebook to train AI? Do you remember that day?
Probably when we signed up, and it's all that mumbo jumbo, and it takes you forever to get through it, and you just agree to it.
Exactly. And the fine print, none of us look at. But if you knew what they were doing, it would turn your stomach this morning. And I don't mean to get you upset this morning, but it got me riled up on this one as we remember again how Meta, the parent company, really makes their money by taking from us. They just take. Well, I've got some news for you. If you're lucky enough to live in Europe, which none of us do, well, you're all good because they have great regulation there. But in the good old USA, Meta is not stopping from using to their benefit all the little aspects of your life that get posted. So if you want to stop being an AI training guinea pig on Facebook or Instagram, I've got the solution for you. And if you miss all these instructions, I got it online later. So if you got a Facebook app, make your account private, not public, and that's going to give you the most protection. You can go to menu, settings and private settings, tap posts within audience and visibility section, and then change to friends or only me and never have it on public. And that'll help you with that. Very similar instructions for Instagram that I'll have online as well.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's just one of those things where you go, wait a minute, they're using me for what now? And,
right.
they are. So when you make your profile private or just for your friends, they will not use it for AI training, according to the company.
Okay, cyberguy.com if you want information on that. Let's go to this next story. This is a grandmother, terrifying situation. She is driving a Tesla, the battery dies, her grandchild is stuck inside and she can't unlock the door. Listen.
The phone app didn't work, my card key didn't work, and here's my granddaughter. I just strapped her in a hot car because I am in Arizona. And it was 9:30 in the morning, but it was already over 90 degrees in the outside. How about you sell me a car that does what you say it's going to do? And that's really all I'm asking, is that I don't want this to happen to somebody else with a quite, it only takes minutes and it could have been a very different ending.
Kurt, this is so scary. What do you do if you have an electric vehicle?
This is really horrific, and it's not the first time this has happened. If you're on the outside of this electric Tesla, well, you're going to have to call for help. But if you're on the inside of the car where a lot of people get stuck, the battery may die, and the automatic little button that normally opens the doors won't work. So what a lot of Tesla owners don't understand is that on each door of the front seat, on the driver's side and the passenger side, there's a little release ahead of where you roll down the windows. Those buttons lift that up, it's going to release the door, and you can get out.
She said you're supposed to receive 3 warnings before the battery dies, but Tesla service department confirmed that Sanchez did not receive any warnings. Firefighters had to come, break a window with the axe, and the child is okay. But she said to the first responders, just cut my car in half. I don't care. My granddaughter needs to get out. We did reach out to Tesla, and we did not hear back. Thank you so much, Kurt, for coming on.